So just a few days ago, Bethesda Game Studios was unionized all across the board and was officially recognized by Microsoft. And I see this as a big win, especially due to the amount of layoffs and just sudden layoffs Microsoft has had, and also the studio closures that happened earlier this year with Tango Gameworks and Arcane Austin. Yeah, I think this is amazing that all the developers, all the employees at Bethesda Game Studios has unionized and it has also been recognized by Microsoft. I think that's really cool. And this is such a big win for everybody over there, especially due to the state of the game industry right now with the amount of layoffs, which I feel have died down, but there still are layoffs, such as yesterday there was Humble Games laid off people, and yeah, that's never good. But what is good news is the World of Warcraft developers form a wall-to-wall union at Blizzard Entertainment. I'm going to be using a game developers article on this subject here, but yeah, 500 developers over there at Blizzard that work on World of Warcraft have unionized, which is awesome. Um, I think it's really cool. Again, with the state of the industry and the state of everything right now. Um, all the employees unionizing, I think is really, really cool. The article says that the Communications Workers of America has confirmed that over 500 employees at Blizzard Entertainment formed a wall-to-wall union at the Microsoft-owned studio. Um, it continues, the new union is called World of Warcraft Game Makers Guild and comprises the entire World of Warcraft development team, including designers, engineers, artists, quality assurance testers, and more. Another 60-person unit of Blizzard QA testers called Texas Blizzard QA Unit, United CWA, has formed simultaneously in Austin. Now, I see this as just again awesome. Again, um this isn't all across Blizzard. This is just the World of Warcraft developers. All the development team that works on just World of Warcraft, they're the ones that unionize. So there's still a bunch of developers um at Blizzard that haven't unionized. But I still take this as an absolute win, a big win, and hopefully a huge step into getting everyone at Blizzard uh, completely unionized, which I think would be really cool. This also, I remember, I think it was last year, the year before last, a lot of Activision Blizzard employees tried to unionize, and Activision was being real butthurt about it. And they even hired an investigator to, or like, I think they call them like union busters to like just shut down the union entirely. And I don't think it really went anywhere. Um, yeah, now that Microsoft is under, um, well, now that Microsoft owns Activision Blizzard, I feel like it was a lot easier for the developers to form a union, both at World of Warcraft and also Bethesda Game Studios, which is also owned by Microsoft, which is really cool, honestly, that they were able to pull this off. But yeah, it continues. The CWA said Blizzard's latest union represents a quote significant milestone in a journey that began when employees walked out and rallied at Blizzard Entertainment HQ in California in 2021 to protest Activision Blizzard's response to the California DFEH sexual harassment lawsuit. So yeah, if you don't know about that, there was a huge lawsuit that happened because there was a lot of sexual assault and harassment happening over at Activision Blizzard. This was before Xbox's time when they owned Activision Blizzard. But yeah, there was a big lawsuit happening. There was a bunch of sexual harassment and sexual assault happening at Activision Blizzard, and it was bad. There was yeah, the CEO at the time, Bobby Kotick, was covering up stuff, and it was just terrible. And a lot of employees ended up walking out because of that and protesting. So yeah, we have a quote here also by the CWA. It says, quote, this victory underscores the growing momentum of worker organizing in the video game industry and will hopefully continue to inspire other video game workers to form unions and raise industry-wide expectations for pay, benefits, and respect for workers' rights. which again is really cool. I agree with the CWA there. Um, you know, this hopefully will give a lot of developers the inspiration to go out and form unions as well. The big companies I think of that really need, you know, the developers really need to form a union is the developers at Ubisoft and at EA, because I feel like those are two really big companies that I feel like at times don't really care about their developers, especially EA. They did a lot of layoffs earlier this year, and yeah, hopefully a lot of the developers at not just Ubisoft and EA, but at other studios, um, will look at this and go, okay, maybe we should form a union, which would be really, really cool and a big win, honestly. So the article continues here. Uh, quote, speaking to game developer about their decision to unionize, Blizzard senior software engineer, Kevin Vega, I hope I said that right, said the unit hopes to make good on the company mantra, every voice matters. Quote, by forming a cross-disciplinary union, we seek to enshrine that value and ensure that the developers of World of Warcraft, QA included, will always have a voice in our own workplace, end quote. Which I feel is really important, especially that they're including QA because I mean, we've seen it time and time again whenever there's layoffs in the game industry, 9 times out of 10, people that are getting most affected is QA. And I'm glad that, they also included QA into the union, so that they don't get hit with this as well. The quote continues from the senior engineer. We want to both improve our working conditions and protect our things we love about Blizzard. Also, we can feel secure about in pouring our talents and passion into making World of Warcraft. Um, yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that as well. That's again awesome, and I feel like World of Warcraft has been in kind of a rough shape for a while. I don't think it's really the developers' fault. It's more of the studio's fault, and also it could be also in part due to how they treat the developers. And hopefully, this union will kind of help with some of that. And again, a union works to improve working conditions, and in turn, let us have better games. Games that um, don't feel as empty or have problems in them due to working conditions. So, uh, yeah, hopefully World of Warcraft can get it into a better state. I know it does have a new expansion coming out in next month in August, I believe. I may be wrong on that, but yeah, yeah, I can't wait to see what comes out of Blizzard after this. Yeah, the article continues more talking about a lot more people talking about different things, people involved with. I'll have the article down in the description below for you to look at your own leisure. I recommend reading it and seeing more about what these developers have to talk about. Yeah, hopefully, again, like I said, hopefully all of these developers um, unionizing, which again, I believe was like 500 employees. Yeah, 500 developers. Again, that includes uh, QA and just like everything that it takes to make World of Warcraft what it is. Yep. Designers, engineers, artists, quality assurance testers, and more. I think it's just really cool that they were able to unionize, and again, it was very needed. And they, um, hopefully they get what they want. Hopefully they get what they need, and Microsoft and everyone complies. So, yeah, again, this is a huge win for everyone over there at Blizzard, and hopefully other developers can look at this and will unionize as well, because this is very needed with the state of the industry. I know we've already just way surpassed the amount of layoffs this year compared to last year. So, yeah. I'm happy for them. I'm glad that they were able to do this, and Microsoft or anybody didn't interfere with it, and instead Microsoft acknowledged it, which is awesome. And yeah, congratulations to everyone over there at Blizzard at the World of Warcraft development team for this, and yeah, I'm just excited for them. But yeah, that's it for me. Let me know what you think about the whole situation down in the comments below. I'll be interested to see what you all have to say about it. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe as well. It's a big help. And yeah, that's it for me. I'll get you all later.